Alright, we're going to create a one-shot build as quickly as possible. Create your character, run out of the first steps, touch the first grace point, and sprint to the second. Sit down at the gate front and get your free level 40 mount. Mount up, get on torrent, run to the bridge. Here's our first somber smithing stone, number 1. Head south, pick up this grace point here by the lake. Run over, jump off the cliff, go over to Fort Height. Grab the first decked as half. This is important for later. Run north, sit at the third Church of America. This is also important for later. Fast travel back to the Lakeside Grace and head south. Grab the Stone Sword key on the bridge. Skip all of these mobs, quests, and dungeons as you go to Castle Morn. Ignore everything at Castle Morn and grab the Somber Smithing Stone 2 on the beach surrounded by jellyfish. Now run away and leave combat as quickly as possible. Fast travel back to the gate front Grace Point. Head towards Stormvale Castle. Stop at the next Grace Point for our second Stone Sword key. Run around Stormvale Castle into Lakes of Liurnia. Get down off of this cliff, ride to the broken bridge, the north end of the Rea Lucaria entrance, or exit, whichever this is. Just to the north point, out of the water there is a circle of chairs, and there we will find our Somber Smithing Stone 3. From here we head west, pick up the Grace Point, just in case we die horribly. The next part requires a bit of skill. West a bit more, you'll find a roaming caravan. Smack the giant, causing him to stop. Jump on the wagon and grab the Carrion Knight Sword. This is our weapon of choice for the Carrion Grandeur. Now, run away, try not to die. Travel south to the 4 belfries, get to the top, and grab the Grace Point and the Imbued Sword key. Sitting down at this Grace Point will trigger Melina to show up and take you to the Round Table Hold. Do it, then fast travel back to the 4 belfries. We can screw this up, so don't use the imbued key on anything but the very first tower. Take the warp gate to Farum, and then fast travel to the Round Table Hold. As the loading bar fills up, once it gets exactly to 100%, you're going to press Alt F4 and crash the game. This is a wrong warp. The game will attempt to put you back at the closest point of grace from your last location, but since you never touched a grace point in Farum, it will launch you all the way back to the very entrance where you normally come in. Now that you're in way too deep, everything here is absolutely going to wreck you if you take a hit. So be careful as you skip the Beastmen, run down and touch the grace point before you die. Pick up your souls, if you have any. Run past the dragon, pick up everything you see, until you get to the jumping section. Out here in the floating structure, you will find the covenanted Somber Smithing Stone 7. Continue on down the dangerous path of monsters until you get down to this next area. Just ahead of the pillar, by the pillar, just ahead around the wreckage and by the pillar is the Somber Smithing Stone 9. Alright, now we can leave Farum. Fast travel back to the 3rd Church of America and jump into the portal to Caelid. Yes, we're going all over the place. By the way, this will also screw up a lot of quests for you, so be warned. In Caelid, you can ignore everyone here and head south. Run past the vulgar militiamen and the bridge with the dragon on it. Ignore the putrid tree avatar and jump up the Spirit Spring into Fort Feroth. Touch the Grace Point. Try not to get yourself poisoned as you climb through here and get on this ladder. Open the chest at the top to get the decked as half. Oh, the other half of the decked as half. Go back to the Grace Point. Hop on Torrent and head towards the Divine Tower in the distance. See the scarab sitting up on the root there? Use your weak pathetic spells and melee skills to kill that scarab. Then collect the Somber Smithing Stone and die like a man. No regrets. Spawning back at Fort Fareth, don't go collect your lost runes because you didn't really have any. Instead, jump down the cliff where you immediately jump off the cliff again into the Aeonian Swamp. There's a dead body surrounded by dragonflies. This is your Somber Smithing Stone 4. Fast travel back to Lakes of Liurnia at the Belfry. Head north, open up the secret door at E.G.'s workbench. You might ask, why didn't we just buy the Somber Smithing Stones 4 at E.G.? You know what? I don't have 18,000 runes to throw away on expensive rocks. Plus I need my runes to upgrade. Run around this path, get to the Dectus lift, and ride it up to the Altus Plateau. Pick up the Grace Point at the top of the Dectus lift, and then run up the path towards the city. Go through the gates, down into the sealed tunnel. Ignore all the mobs until you get to the Abductor Virgin. And collect the Somber Smithing Stone 5. Almost done. Fast travel back to the entrance of Altus Plateau. Take the low road down to the old Altus Tunnel. Use our 2 collected Stone Sword keys to get in. Grab one of the Somber Smithing Stone 6s off the wall. Now, head back to the Round Table Hold, sell everything, and upgrade your Carrion Night Sword. It'll take you to a +9, and that's as good as you're going to get until you kill Godric. Have fun one-shotting everything in sight.